mistakes have been made, and this is gonna take a little bit longer than I anticipated. You guys get to see all of my harem pants and all of my cozy home outfits. The lighting might not be very good today because I normally open the door like right behind us to let in some nice natural lighting, but we have a bee problem in the summertime, and it is actually warmer now than it was like a few days ago. It was like in the 40s and now it's like 70 something. It feels like summer, and there are bees. So I can't open that door because they're going to try to come in, and they aren't the friendly bees, they are the yellow jackets. So The other day I took a piece of the power mesh that I ordered and I tried gluing it to a piece of like scrap silicone that I have laying around, and like it's really glued on there. I accidentally glued a rock to it too. So I'm pretty confident that if I take this power mesh material and I glue Velcro to it and then I glue the power mesh to the silicone, I think the Velcro will stay put where I need it to on the silicone. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on that today, but it's kind of a lengthy process because the first thing I'm gonna have to do is, of course, cut out all the Velcro to match the Velcro on my Gripmore tail. So I'm gonna have to just like match these, get my hair out of there. And after I cut what I need out of this Velcro, I'm going to have to make little individual squares, or I guess rectangles, like I did here. As you can see, I tried to sew it, did not work. I'm going to partially glue. I'm thinking maybe just a little bit on the ends and maybe a little bit going into the longer lengths of the Velcro with E6000 glue, which I have somewhere around here. Potent stuff, so I'll be using it outside where I have plenty of ventilation because I do not need any sort of chemical poisoning. While the glue is curing and drying, I think I'll probably take my Mertailor Monofin and try to map out on the Monofin where I need the Velcro to sit, so that once that is cured, I can just go ahead and glue the Velcro pieces down to the silicone Monofin, and then hopefully we can start getting this tail assembled. So I'm gonna just update you guys on that, and I guess I will just show you a little bit of my process for getting the Velcro strips put down. It's not a very glorious process. We're literally just gonna take this Velcro, we're gonna find a piece on here. I already found one, I think it's like, maybe this one? Yeah, so that one matches up there. Like, okay, well, I need this guy here, so I'm just gonna like, take my piece of Velcro, my little strip, line it up with that Velcro, do that, and we're just gonna cut it to be that length or that approximate length. Perfect. And now we just got to repeat that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. 6 times. Already done 2. So, yeah. And then we'll cut out some little rectangles here. I'm actually really excited because I do think this is going to work. After I was able to get the power mesh secured to this, like, it's on there really good. Really good. I just have confidence that the Velcro will stay. Just the real question will be whether this Velcro that I got from the craft store can actually like support the weight of this Velcro. I guess we could do a little test right now. Doesn't seem very good. Just try that again. Stay. All right, maybe we need better Velcro. All right, so fast forward, I think like 2 weeks, I finally got my Velcro. I ordered some new Velcro off of Amazon. It's like supposed to be industrial strength. So we're gonna see if it will work with this tail. Luckily the weather, I guess not so luckily, ugh, I can't talk. Luckily the weather has been cold, so I don't feel guilty about not getting this done yet. It's been like in the 40s, so we had like a frost warning yesterday, and it's like the end of May. So weather's been a little crazy, but at least I know I don't need to be in the water anytime soon. All right. Oh, this is some strong stuff, holy cow. Okay, really strong Velcro, like super strong. Hopefully, this is like a plasticky sort of stuff on the back, so hopefully it will secure to the power mesh I got. Let's find out. But let's see if it sticks to this. This is not looking so promising. I need a Velcro that is going to stick to this tail so I can secure the tail skin to the monofin. This is supposed to be really strong. This is really disappointing. At this point, I wonder if I just try putting some Velcro of some sort on the monofin and just hope and pray that it works. But I don't know. I just don't know what to do at this point because this is supposed to be industrial strength. Like, it's supposed to be the good stuff. It is not very good. I think it's worse than the other Velcro. So as I aggressively just plopped this down out of frustration, I came up with an idea. I actually figured what I can do, I can put the other Velcro I got originally for the monofin on the monofin and secure it down in the areas where this Velcro is, like matching up to this tail here. And then what I can do is, because I don't think this is going to stick to the monofin itself if it's facing down like that, what I might do is have this side down on this tail in various areas, maybe like here, here, and here, as long as it doesn't show up through the tail. And then do the opposite on the monofin. So I have some extra like Velcro areas to reinforce things in case this doesn't work, because this Velcro sticks really well to itself. It just does not play well with other Velcro. I think that's going to be the game plan. I think we're just going to wing it. We're going to give it a shot and see if it works. And if it doesn't work, I guess I'll just be teaching myself how to peel Velcro off of a silicone monofin. I'm just going to make some little tiny pieces. We're just going to glue them. Yes. You should ideally wear gloves when doing this. I'm being hasty. Don't do what I'm doing. Actually, don't even know if this is going to stick. This doesn't feel like the E6000 glue wants to stick to this material, which is interesting. So I guess we'll find out if it works. But I'm also going to glue one over here. Oops, and I glued the wrong side down. Well, that's fine. We'll give it a try. All right. So I have the fuzzy side facing up and this part facing down. Maybe that's what I plan to do. I don't remember. Let's see. I'm debating if I want to put another one like right here, 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 and here, just for extra reinforcement. But I think what I'm going to do is right now I'm just going to do this. And I will add these pieces to the monofin and this piece to the monofin, their counterparts, and test that out and see how it works. If it doesn't work well, then I'll go in and add some more pieces to see if that helps. But I don't want to make this too big of a project for myself, so I think we're just going to try this and stop there, and then just see what we need to do. So this is going to dry, and I think I'm going to go get my power mesh and start gluing some Velcro strips down to power mesh. We're going to take this Velcro, and we're going to apply glue here along the outside edges, here along the outside edge, here along the outside edge. Leave a gap in the center, and then we're going to do some more outside edge, outside edge, outside edge. The idea is that I want to be able to secure the power mesh to the Velcro, but also leave a little bit of room so I can put Silpoxy between the Velcro and the power mesh to hopefully secure it down really well to the silicone monofin. I think it's a good idea. I don't know if it'll work great, but we're gonna give it a try. Make sure when you're working with E6000 glue, which is the glue I'm using, that you are in a well-ventilated space. It's not good for your health at all. I think I might actually just put a little dot to the center, like that. And then we are going to place this like this. And we are back with wax paper. I'm just going to put that over this, and I'm going to gently press down just so that the glue seeps into all the crevices of the power mesh. And that way I don't get any on my fingers. Alright, I'm just going to peel that off. And we'll set this one aside to dry. Alright, set that one aside to dry. And we're going to repeat this process with every single piece of Velcro so that everyone is attached to some power mesh with a little bit of an overhang so that the power mesh can be glued down to the monofin. We'll see how it works. Of course, the one day that I have free to film that is actually a nice day where Canada's not on fire and it's not raining and the bugs aren't here to kill me, there is noise. Lots of noise over there. Hopefully it'll stop, because why? Alright, so it's been a few weeks and I finally have gotten a chance to just sit down and hopefully glue my Gripmore tail base to my Mertailor Fantasea Fin. I'm really nervous. I'm not really sure how to go about this properly. So I figured today I would just document what I'm doing, and if it turns out, maybe this is something you might want to follow along with sometime. And if it doesn't turn out, please don't do this, because it's obviously a bad idea. As you can see, there are little gaps here on either side. I can't seem to figure out how to not have a gap between the tail skin and the monofin. So I'm just going to do my best. But right now I'm focusing on lining up the tip of my Gripmore tail with the center of my Mertailor tail and just pulling the tail as far onto this fluke as I can. I have a handy dandy pen here and I'm going to just kind of trace. I know, this is horrible. I'm going to trace onto the monofin where this tail base is going to fall, and hopefully I can use that as a guideline to help me figure out where I'm supposed to glue the Velcro. We'll see how this goes. I am really nervous. An ant has decided to join us. I hope he doesn't stick around because he's not going to like this too much. First thing I'm going to do is take some rubbing alcohol and I'm just going to wipe down the areas of the monofin where I'm going to be working and blow the ant away. Sorry, little guy, this is for your own good. Ah, yeah, that's right, go crazy. He didn't like being made fun of. Alright, just gonna wipe this down real quick. And we're just doing this so that the silicone glue will stick to the silicone and not any dirt or grime that's on the monofin, which there really shouldn't be much on there because I haven't used it. It's just been maybe collecting a little bit of dust, but it shouldn't be anything too bad. While it's drying, I'll show you what I have for today. I have rubbing alcohol, which I just used. Now I'm using it as a paperweight to keep things from blowing away. I have my pen, which I'll be using to outline and trace where the tail base is going to fall on the tail. I have some Silpoxy glue, which I'll be using to glue Velcro to this monofin so that it can Velcro to this tail base eventually. And I have a whole bunch of pieces of Velcro that I glued down to power mesh and apparently glued them to paper bags a little bit too. So we're going to use that to kind of lay down on here and hopefully match up with this Velcro here. We'll see how that goes. Now that this is dry, I'm going to lay this down, ensuring that this is aligned with this and that the scale base is pulled as far onto the monofin as it can be comfortably, and where my feet will be falling. And then take my pen and do something that the Mertailor probably will not like me for, and I'm going to outline with pen on this beautiful Fantasea Fin monofin just along here. Now, I'm not doing this because I'm a bad person. I am doing this because I want to make sure I don't have the power mesh hanging over that any. So, as you can see, the Velcro, oh my gosh, the sound is getting louder again. I think farmers are doing something, hopefully not spraying pesticides because then I'm right out in it. But the idea is I'm going to try to line up the Velcro with this Velcro here and also line it up here on the Monofin, but I don't want to have this hanging over too much. If you can hear me over the utter chaos that is going on outside, I'm going to try to find a piece of Velcro while I cannot hear myself think. A piece of Velcro that matches this long piece of Velcro that comes up closest to the point on the Gripmore tail, which I believe would be this piece here. Let's just see. Yeah. So that one's going to be our first one. And he's going to go approximately right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of hold that down in place. Hopefully I can get it to stay. Might even just give a little boop, 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 boop outline. You stay right there, buddy boy. Please don't blow away. And we're going to take some Silpoxy glue, and we are going to put glue all over on the underside and the top of this power mesh, except for in the area that is beyond this line. So we're just going to stop like right here, and we'll cut this excess mesh later. I don't have any vinyl gloves because you don't want nitrile gloves when working with silicone glue. It prevents it from curing properly. So I'm going to use Velcro to kind of press things down, and possibly a rock. We'll find out. Oh, it's not punctured. I need to puncture it. Pen. Oh, oh, ah, ah. It's leaking everywhere. Okay. Wow. That is not going how anticipated so far. This is absolutely just pouring out of here. We'll recap it as quickly as we can. Ant, go away. No, this is not where you're supposed to be. Do I even have enough Silpoxy for this? Holy cow, I feel like I definitely do not. Get off. No, no, no. Hey, go that way. Okay. We're going to recap this. Ah. Also going to get assaulted by an ant, most likely, which is fine. Totally fine. Whatever, sir. Oh, that's my hair. Okay. Be as careful as we can not to touch any of this, although I might have already touched some. We're just going to press and get it to kind of stick the best we can. Good to go through that power mesh. Also make sure you hold the Velcro in place so it doesn't go all over the place. Okay. That's on there a little bit. I think we have an area that needs a little bit of cleaning up along this edge. So we're just going to try to peel that back a little bit. Hopefully keep it from gluing where we don't want it. Then we're just going to go in with a thin layer of this stuff to hopefully keep it down really good. The idea is that we're just going to glue this bad boy on there and hopefully not have any issues. Because there is a little bit of an overlap on my line, gently and carefully peel this back, line a piece of wax paper up with my line, and then go back in and press that down some more. Perfect. I think what we're going to do next is we're going to do this piece, because that seems like the most reasonable thing to do. I'm going to find a piece that matches him, which should be this, and we're going to place it approximately right here. And we're just gonna go in, maybe after these ones dry, I'll do this side and this black piece. And then when this is all dry, after 24 hours of everything being dried, we'll flip it over and do the other side.
I am not a raincoat here to keep you warm. Then go back in the closet after the storm. No, I'm not a match simply waiting to burn. All I am is a friend, your friend till the end. I'm not your impression of a city wish. You loved more than everything you gave for it. No, I'm not here to criticize the risk. All I am is a friend, your friend till the end. All I am is a friend, your friend till the end.
Alright, we're getting the second side glued. And then we'll be ready to actually like finish up the tail. I'm so excited. I have this area here pinned. And I am going to fold this stuff over. Sorry, I have a different camera right now because my other one's out of battery. And this one cannot zoom in and out. I'm going to fold this over like that. And then either glue or sew it down. I'm not really sure yet, but this tail's almost done. And I couldn't be more excited. And I tested out the Velcro on the other side, and it seems like it's really going to work. So that is awesome. It is currently past 2 in the morning. It is July 21st, so I guess technically it's July 22nd. And I just finished pinning some of the last areas on the edge of this tail. And I am starting to pin some areas on the tip of the fluke. I just really don't have the energy to sew right now, so I'm just focusing on putting pins in place. I've done so much sewing and I have stuck a needle through my fingers so many times. Yeah, it's late and I need to go to bed, so just thought I'd give you guys an update. Let's get this done, hopefully before July. We are on the final day of sewing. So lately I've been staying up until about 2 in the morning to sew this Gripmore tail. It's been exhausting, but I have to get other stuff done throughout the day, so it's like night is when I can sew. And I was going to sew tonight because we were going to film tomorrow and I needed this tail to film tomorrow. But apparently there's rain coming tomorrow, and so we can't swim because you don't want to swim like during or after a rainstorm for a while because of E. coli levels. It's just dangerous. I don't need any more health issues. So I have to rush to get this thing done today because it's the only good day we have to film. So I am rushing. We're gonna go get an allergy shot here in a bit. I have to go about like 30 minutes into town to go get that, and then we are going to come back here, grab all the stuff for filming, go to our filming location, film on land, film in the water, and then I'm gonna come home and give myself a Humira shot. So I'm getting just like all sorts of pokes today between the needles, the bobby pins, and the medical stuff. It's lots of fun. But anyways, I gotta get back to sewing. Dad will be here soon and I need to get this done, so wish me luck. The final string here is gonna cut it. We're done! Yay! I'm so sick of sewing. We made him swim the redesigned tail. It's 9 o'clock at night. I'm gonna flip over. just got back from filming the maiden swim of the remodeled Gripmore tail, along with some other stuff that I can't tell you guys about yet. And the tail actually works. I was surprised. The Mertailor monofins are so floppy, they're not really good in shallow water. I wasn't going anywhere very fast, but I'm pretty happy with the design, and I can't wait to see what it's like in deeper water. So we'll have to test that out another time, but not tonight. It's like 10 o'clock at night maybe. We just got out of the woods, attacked by mosquitoes everywhere, and I think we're both ready for bed. I think I'm wearing the exact same clothing I wore at the beginning of this video, which is kind of funny, but it just goes to show I wear it quite a lot. Yesterday I took this tail for its maiden swim after being repaired, and I thought I'd just sit down for a second, tell you guys about that, how it went. The tail actually worked. It was really hard to Velcro the bottom part of the tail to the bottom part of the monofin because I had to like flip around and try to like reach back there and grab it. So that was a challenge. I think I should have just connected these things before I put the tail on. It would have made life easier. I'll get used to it. So the Mertailor monofin did not work well in shallow water. It just kept like hitting the sand, but to be fair, there was like this much water I was swimming in. It was really, really shallow, and that lake was shallow very far out. It was like 9:30 at night. We had to hike to get back, like hike a good half mile or more to get back to the car through very narrow woods. My dad and I both forgot our cell phones, so we didn't have a flashlight. And so it was just one of those things where I wanted to rush and get it done. So I did my best to just swim in the shallow water, not worry about getting too far out. We were also getting eaten alive by mosquitoes. They were really, really bad there. But I'm sure this monofin will do great in deeper water. I think it was just like catching on all of the sand, silt, and logs while I was swimming in the shallow water. So it's all good, but the Velcro stayed put. Really happy about that. However, I have this sudden need to disassemble the tail. I absolutely do not like the way the little frilly bits on the end of the tail look. Pardon how dirty it is. I haven't cleaned it yet. That's next. I just didn't like how those looked. I feel like it looked kind of cheesy, and I really miss the sleek design of the original tail, so I feel kind of bad about putting in all this work. I might keep this stuff here on the top. I kind of like that, but I'm really considering taking all this off. The only thing that's keeping me from doing that is the fact that like the outer corners of this tail skin like have a big gap where they meet the monofin. So I don't know what to do about that, because ideally I'd like to use this tail for events, and if kids can see like this random gaping hole on either side of the tail skin, that might be a little weird. So I don't know yet. I haven't decided. After you guys see these videos, please let me know what you think. If you like it, feel free to be brutally honest. I really don't like it. I might go for a few more swims and see if it grows on me, but for now I'm really leaning towards just taking those pieces off and hoping that I don't have any pieces of power mesh hanging over that would be exposed if that was removed. So I don't know. I'm happy with it though, that it worked at least. Not happy with the design, but thank you for following along with my journey of fixing up this tail. Not really fixing it, it didn't need fixing. Just like changing the look of it and trying to make it look more realistic. I think I failed. I honestly think I failed. I considered like if I maybe take this monofin and just like change the color of it to white, maybe it'd look better, or like give it like a sort of like iridescent like top coat. But I really think the big solution is just taking off those frills. So there might be a part 4 where I just disassemble this whole thing and show you what it looks like afterward. But the monofin thing has really worked, and if you guys want to get a Mertailor monofin and secure it to a Gripmore tail, at least now you know how to do that. So yay! I hope you found this helpful. And again, if you want to get, ouch! A Gripmore just ripped my hair out. If you want to get a Gripmore Mermaid tail, you can use my discount code Phantom5 to save on your order at gripmore.net. And if you want to see my other videos in this series or any of the other videos on my channel, you can obviously subscribe and go check out those other videos. yeah, most of you who are watching this probably have already seen my videos, because I don't know what kind of random stranger is going to just like click on this video and watch it. Like maybe, I don't know. Thanks for watching though. I gotta go clean these things because they are very dirty.